ใช่ครับ
Hello everyone and welcome to a very special episode of TechnoOvo Plays. Today we are taking a look at the Star Wars Battlefront 2 beta. But before we get into that, I want to give a big shout out to Sennheiser for sponsoring this stream. We are currently wearing a GSP 350 gaming surround sound headset from them, and it does sound pretty good. It makes everything sound very immersive. So what I'm going to be doing is I'm going to be splitting this sort of mini-series up into 3 different videos. We're going to start off with the Galactic Assault, which is on the ground, face-to-face combat. Starfighter Assault, which takes place in space. And Strike, which is very much a game of Rush from Battlefield, where one team attacks and one team has to defend the points. So we're going to start jumping into Galactic Assault now. So Galactic Assault, the only map available on the multiplayer beta, which you've probably seen if you've kept up with some YouTubers at the moment, is on Naboo, which is the city of Theed. Now what you have to do in this game mode is the Separatist army, the droid army, has to attack the palace and take control of the palace throne room. The Republic soldiers that we're playing at the moment, and we've been put onto their team, has to defend the palace essentially and stop the main tank, the MTT tank, from making its way down that main Theed strip, and to stop the droids from entering the throne room. So hopefully we can be successful with that today. Now, as you can see, the actual soldiers, the actual units are split up into 4 different categories. You've got your assault, you've got your heavy, you've got your officer, and you've got your specialist. Each one comes with their very own customization options, which can be in the form of weapons. So we're going to go with the CR-2 rifle there. You can also put things like iron shot, night vision, and reduced recoil things on there as well if you've got enough resources to craft. Cards work in the way of buffs and increases things like your health or the cooldown of a weapon, or it also gives you better abilities like Vanguard Refresh. Rather than just your normal Vanguard shotgun weapon, you've also got an improved version of Vanguard that refreshes your abilities when you defeat an enemy. So each class does have those, including the special classes that you can fly as well and play as. So we're going to be jumping in as the Assault class, which is the just the frontline, standard frontline infantry trooper. The Heavy does carry a heavier weapon on there. The officer, I'm not sure what it does, but I know it's very focused around its talents. And I think maybe explosives as well, but don't quote me on that. And the specialist is a sniper, essentially. So the enemy on this game still has to capture points, so they have to pick that up. Oh no, we have to pick that up, sorry, as the Republic soldiers. We have to pick that up to fire at the MTT tank, while the enemy droid players have to stop us from picking it up. The enemy droid players also have to capture points as they make their way towards the palace, which we have to defend them, as we have to defend those points from the soldiers as well. Now that's annoyed me. I didn't quite see him there, but oh well, we'll jump straight back in as an assault. I quite like the assault class, especially now with the machine gun weapon. That's pretty cool. Their initial weapon was very slow. Although it was a lot more powerful, it was still a lot slower to actually attack. We've got what looks like a specialist there taking some sniping pot shots towards the enemy positions, which is always good to see. They can keep us backed up. Now that's the MTT tank that we have to take down. As you can see at the top, you've got the timeline of how far the tank is away from its actual objective, the palace objective. And the 71 number that you can see up there is the amount of health that the tank actually has left after our attacks. So we're going towards this now. We've managed to pick up... I don't know how we picked this up. Oh, gee. So now I've got this. You have the Ion Disruptor. It's currently locking on, and you fire this weapon. Was there only one shot? Looked as if there was only one shot. I don't have another Ion Blast, I don't think, but that did give me a nice number of battle points to use. That is a grenade. I better run away from that. So yeah, the oh, it's all the way over there. I'll go and get it. So yeah, so we've got the health left. What else is there? Your mini-map's on the left, pretty self-explanatory. It shows you where your allied troops are and also where the enemy is coming from as well when they fire upon you. I'm sure there will probably be some talents showing that so they don't appear on the mini-map, essentially. In the bottom right-hand side, we have some talents that come with each class that we choose. So your Q ability is generally always, I found, to be some kind of grenade. So you've got on this particular class, you've got one under fire. I can't escape. I don't want to die. The E button will give you some kind of shotgun, and the F is a mine. So you... Oh, they actually followed us in there. Each talent and each skill does come with some kind of cooldown as well, so you've got to think about that when using those. You're going to get caught in a cooldown. And they generally just make the battleground a lot more fun, in terms of you don't know what the enemy is going to be firing at you, and they don't know what you're going to be chucking at them. So let's get another ion cannon and get into the fray with my ion cannon. So I'm currently locking on again. And I can fire that. And that's interrupting them. So that's now on 42%, which I love. It looks as if this game will be over quite quickly. I really wanted to show you what it's like inside the palace as well, but it's always nice if we can stop the enemy before they actually reach the palace, because it can get a little bit hairy. And oh mate, where was that from? What was that? Trip mine. Was that? Oh no, infiltration. Speed? I don't know. Wait, I don't know. Wait. Oh yeah, let's be this guy. Oh, what is this? A pistol. Let's show you a specialist. The specialist again is one of my favourite classes. The assault and the specialist, I think, are my two. The actual sniping on this game is pretty fun. Just in terms as in you can sit back and really kind of scope out enemies from a distance, which I absolutely love. I'm not showing a very good example of it now, but we've got bigger fish to fry with this tank. So let's go back around here, because I know the enemies are going to be great. So there you go. That's the specialist. Not quite good enough to take on Darth Maul, but it's not bad. The heavy, the heavy's not a bad character either. It's just very slow and very sluggish. Although you do have a little bit more armor, and you have a lot bigger gun. It's a lot more inaccurate than most of the other weapons on this game. But it does lay down quite a lot of suppressing fire. If you want to stop enemies from coming around things like corners, If you want to stop them coming around a corner, then you can lay down some suppressing fire on that particular corner, and they're pretty much not going to turn up until you have to reload your gun. Come on, we've got this. How the hell do I get that? How the hell do we get up there? He's got it. He's got it. Fire it off. Come on. So, there's an enemy there. So as I said, that gun is not hugely accurate. So that was the wrong kind of scenario to use it in, because the sniper's got very pinpoint accuracy compared to us. And look at that. We won. Brilliant. So when you finish a game, you get a little bit of a cutscene, and then you get this MVP screen as well, that I've never appeared on yet, but that doesn't really matter. It's just about taking part. Oh, nearly at rank 8, not quite. So you got the end of match personal victories, so you got your score, and that's broken down into things like damage done, team support scores, assists, number of kills that you get, and then you get credits as well that you can, I'm assuming, use to buy various different upgrades. But I don't know, because I cannot find that in the beta at the moment. The other screen I wanted to show you were the challenges. I've completed a few of these already, and these were pretty much timed challenges. 300, 300, 1 out of 1, Starfighter, play Starfighter Assault. So I got one of them just for playing Starfighter Assault. And this one here is 476 out of 600, so I have to play it for 10 minutes as a heavy trooper for 10 minutes on any multiplayer map, and I'll get a Starfighter starter crate in there as well. So that's it. That's pretty much... Oh, one other thing I wanted to show you actually before I go is the crates that you can unlock, because there are those golds to give you crates, and the crates that are starting now to appear in many multiplayer games to improve things like customizations. I got a daily crate on there for logging in, basically, so they gave me a crate for logging in. Thank you EA for giving me a crate. And the crates get these sort of cards, and then you've got upgrade cards and even crafting parts that you can get through to be able to craft the weapon add-ons. So let's show you the card, for example. For the Han Solo card, you've got a common star card. So you get an improved capacitor, allows Han Solo's DL-44 to build less heat when firing. So that's... So the game doesn't actually... Let's just equip that now. The game actually doesn't rely on magazine size. It relies on how hot your gun gets, essentially. So every time you hit reload, you have to cool off your gun. So that card would give Han Solo a lot more bullets before the gun has to automatically cool down. So that's pretty good. And then with the officer as well, a device that creates an electrically charged field in a large area around its user for a limited time. I couldn't read then. That automatically diffuses any incoming explosives. So, as I say, the officers are very specialist-based and very skill-based as well. So you have to rely on talents rather than just straight-out forward firing. Let's open the last daily crate as well. Why not? Let's see if we get any nice prizes from this daily crate. We got a gold, and we got... I don't know what the different colours mean, or if they were different colours. There we go, some stealth, so we can equip some stealth, although I can't. So let's unequip the trip mine, and let's put a boost card in there. Okay, so that, when I'm using my stealth, which... This one, maybe? I don't know. But that's called stealth. And if you use that, you may go stealth. I've not actually used it yet. Oh, no, sorry. That's a boost, actually. Okay, that's a boost. So that pairs up with infiltration, for example. So you go behind enemy lines by becoming undetectable to enemy scanners. This stealth, you remain hidden from scanners even when firing. So you can fire and it's still, there you go. So that's what I was talking about before. There were abilities that will hide you from the minimap. So that's probably something like that on there. And again, another officer card, which is when you defeat an enemy in melee combat, your abilities refresh and you gain a small amount of help. So that's really encouraging you to get onto the front line and hit some people with your weapon. So that's pretty cool as well. So these are credits, I'm assuming. So I wonder if you buy credits, you must buy credits and buy crates. That might be a microtransaction, micropayment type thing. Okay, so that's our first look at the Galactic Assault multiplayer game. I hope you did enjoy it. If you did, click that like button. Please do subscribe to keep up with this mini-series on the Star Wars Battlefront 2 multiplayer beta. Next episode will be a first look at the Starfighter Assault game mode, and we'll take a look at the various different ships and abilities in that as well. And then if we get time, we'll do a strike video as well. I'll just want to say again a big shout out to Sennheiser, who are sponsoring these gaming videos now. And yeah, please do leave a like and subscribe, and we'll see you in the next video.